Hello, hello. Welcome on into another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders. I'm Will.
I'm Matt.
On this Saturday's Liqueur series, we're exploring St Germain. Don't you forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Click that notification bell. Matt, you want to tell me a little bit more about this particular product?
I do. I learned today it's not St Germain. It's St Germain.
St Germain.
So I found out that's how you pronounce it, St Germain. So cool for them. They leave off
my silly American wants me to just say St Germain.
That's what I thought it was too, but it's St Germain. Anyway, it is a 20%, which I know what you do. It is what it is. Founded in 2007 by third-generation distiller Robert J. Cooper, who we've talked about before because they also own the company Crème de Yvette and the Cooperage, the Cooper whiskey and some things like that. So he was in a bar in London in 2001, and there was a elderflower syrup he tried in a cocktail, and he loved it. So he went to his father and told him, hey, at the time he was a salesman, which they owned also this brand called Chambroid, rather large brand that he was a salesman for, and that was part of their lineup they had. And they said, okay, fine, you're crazy. And people don't want to eat that flowery shit. It's basically verbatim what his dad told him. He's like, I'll prove you wrong, Dad. He goes, I'll give you a year. So during that year, he decided that, he would take off, and he searched everywhere and far for the perfect elderflower to produce for this liqueur. And what he found was this one that is the Sambucas Negra, which is a very particular species of the elderflower, because otherwise it goes on the elderflower tree. Many of the other ones will kill you. So it's very delicate, and it only harvested in late May to early part of June, 3 to 4 weeks every year. It's the only time you can harvest it. And when you harvest by hand in the very early morning, and you go north as the season goes, because it kind of goes up as they're harvesting. And when the flower blooms in the morning, and then to protect the petals, they have bicyclists that take the bikes between collection points, so not to disturb the petals while they're in the bucket in their, these basically big baskets or bags, whatever you want to call them. So they're very, very careful. And then they have to extract it like perfume rather than going in there and macerating, because it carries kind of bitter nastiness if you try to macerate it or squash it or anything like that. So it's a very difficult process, but he figured it out after many failures. So I think that's rather impressive. So then he told Dad, people do drink that flowery shit. It took kind of the world by storm back then in 2007. It's used in lots of cocktails now, which is kind of cool. It also has some actual beneficials to your body, which it has in it. It's got high amounts of vitamin A, C, flavonoids, and antioxidants, which is actually also good for you, which is kind of cool. Unfortunately, he then sold it in 2013 to Bacardi and kept it on as an ambassador, but in 2016, he passed away at 39. So that really sucks.
Wow.
But he was successful, and it's a very, well-selling brand. So clearly he did something right, which is cool. So the other cool thing I like is this from the Art Décor period in Paris during the Belle Epoque period back in the 1870s to a little bit right before World War I. So it's kind of a cool, all the artists, just again, free-thinking people were there in Paris at the time. So it's very cool, and that's what it's named for. It's a particular quarter in Paris, and it is, where is the stupid word? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, there's a special quarter in Paris that it's named for. And so some of the famous cocktails are
Could it possibly be St Germain?
It is St Germain de Paris. That's what it is. Good choice. That is the answer. That is
Show me that bottle, man. That bottle looks.
So this isn't, like I said, so it's an Art Deco bottle. So they really, and you know how much I feel about really cool bottles. But yeah, so as you look at all the angles on it, and it says liqueur there, and the other side it says special. So yeah, they spend some serious money to make this really cool Art Deco bottle. So it kind of reminds me of the.
They picked the word special, huh?
They did put the word special, which I thought was pretty funny. It's a special liqueur.
Special liqueur.
What is it? The Remus, the 14-year Remus Volstead is a very fancy bottle, kind of like this one. Same thing. It's an Art Deco period there that they made that one as well. So anyway, some of the famous cocktails for this is the St Germain Spritz, the St Germain Margarita, the Germain Royale, the Hugo Rose Spritz, the Elderflower Mojito, the Flower Drop, Parisian Daiquiri, the Olivette, the Provence Paloma, and the Frenchie Negroni. So that's some really cool cocktail names. And let's see what we think of this very interesting liqueur. And the first thing I think of on this is leche, like that French Soho we reviewed like a year or so ago.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a lot.
And I'm getting a really sharp ethanol ding. Like it almost gets into. You want to smell too? It almost gets into the nail polish remover. It's not quite there, but it wants to peek its way there.
Oh, for me, I like that. I think it smells awesome. But it also
It's
has
very
like
floral, and it's purple
citrus.
flower.
Oh yeah, grapefruit. Obviously the elderflower, which is a really, pretty white flower from the elderflower tree. Some guava, papaya, mango, passion fruit. It's very tropical
Passion
fruits and
fruit.
flowery.
Yep, I can get behind that one.
So yeah,
And I
so
can
this
get
is a
behind that
really
grapefruit note. It's almost has that sour grapefruit note.
yeah, it does. Yeah, it does like a little bit of a bitterness on the nose too. But yeah, but it's created basically as an aperitif and for cocktails. So a lot of they had a famous blender who got into this thing was Eric Tourain, several decades making liqueur. So they made this for bartenders. They were looking to have because this is the world's very first elderflower liqueur as well. At the time nothing existed except for syrups.
The nose smells interesting for sure. It smells a little sharp, especially when you tell me it's only 20%.
It's only 20%.
This to me smells like some. The ding is like some hazmat whiskeys I've smelled.
Okay, interesting. Oh, I like it. It's nice. It's not as sweet as I expected it to, which is actually a good thing. It's got that same leche, passion fruit, grapefruit. It is cloyingly oily though, with the elderflower, the guava, papaya, mango still, citrus. Yeah, it really lingers with the oiliness of just separating on your tongue.
It's
really, really oily.
It hits my palate first as almost the bitter, and then a lot of the floral. But then to me, it switches gears very quickly into that's cloyingly sweet, sticky feeling.
This would be nasty to clean up on a bar. It's got to be so sticky.
Yeah, and it feels that way across your palate as well. It's stickily sweet. I'm left with the fruit instead of the floral, though. I'm left with the mango, guava, papaya kind of tropical vibe as the finish.
I'll have to make some of these cocktails at some point. They sound very interesting. I think it'd be fun with that. But the other cool thing is this is all natural. There's no artificial colors, no artificial flavors added to it. That's just the color when it comes out is this brownish, greenish color. Which I think is rather unique.
And they're not adding sugar?
Nope. That's just the way this sucker tastes. Pretty interesting, huh?
Very, very interesting.
Yeah, like they said they extracted like I said, like a perfume, so it's very unique the way they're handling this.
Maybe that's a better way to describe the nose than that nail polish remover. Maybe it is more of a perfume.
Yes, I think it's a very heavily perfumed. But yeah, they said you can't dehydrate this or freeze the petals either because apparently that just turns them to nothing. It's a very fragile flower apparently from the elderflower tree. Of course, like I said, the one they picked is at the base of the Alps in France. Of all the places to pick it, only this particular ones that grow there work for this thing, which is crazy. And you can only harvest for 3 to 4 weeks a year maximum. It's like, man, if you miss that, you're screwed.
Yeah, no kidding.
But it says it takes at least 1,000 flowers per bottle to make this.
Whoa.
So it takes a lot. So
that's an expensive to
you would think.
harvest.
And shockingly, it's only like a $30 liqueur, so it's not even an expensive liqueur, which is wild.
And over 1,000 hand harvested flowers.
Yes.
That were treated incredibly delicately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty wild to be honest. For it is and then you even think the bottle costs. I mean, look at even the bottom of the extra glass that's down there. Yeah. I do wonder with the glass shortage if they've changed anything on it or not. I don't know. I mean, this bottle's from 2012, so it's a nice oldie I got from my mother for Christmas back then. So it's very nice. Thanks, Mom. Appreciate it. It's good stuff. I finally found it. Been looking for this bottle for some time. Found it in the back of the bar inside a box. I found it. so we can review it for you.
Speaking of, don't you forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Click that notification bell. We're also live every Monday night. Come hang out with us there. Until next time, keep on crusading for better liquids in your glass. Cheers.
Cheers.